Hello and welcome back to Good Knit Kisses. I'm your host, Kristen, and welcome to the replay if you're catching me later. And today is Knitting and Yarn Day on Wednesday. On Mondays, we do Q&A. Tuesday is loom knitting. Wednesday is knitting with needles and yarn. And also Thursday is crochet. Friday is social media day. So that is what we're doing today, is something themed with knitting and yarn. Today I'm going to work on doing t-shirt yarn. Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to the live show. And if you are just joining us, be sure and say hello and where you're from. And whether you're on the replay or not, I love seeing it. So if you notice, sometimes I come back and hit like. I love seeing you guys hop on. And welcome Ellie. Ellie's a regular here. Hi, Ellie. Good morning, Carol. She's joining us. And when you see Good Knit Kisses post today, it is Carol this morning. Oh, good morning, Susie. She's jumping on at the beginning. Good morning. How are you? So I am, just, I'm sitting here going, what do people want to see? What do people want to see? Well, yesterday while we were doing the zippy loom, reveal of the master set, I used t-shirt yarn, and the t-shirt yarn I happen to have is from a little bolt that was sent to me for a contract project. And we thought that project, or that yarn, was going to eventually be sold. They still used it for a project, but the yarn is not going to be sold. And so I can't really say, okay, I bought this here. But I want you to know that you can make your own t-shirt yarn. In fact, you can get t-shirt material at the fabric store, as well as use your old t-shirts. So, if you go to like garage sales, yard sales, flea markets, whatever, and just buy up a bunch of shirts, you can totally, sometimes people are just giving them away, theme shirts, whatever. You can use those and make your own yarn. You can make rugs. You can make, they're actually great for trivets or pot holders and stuff. So we're going to make that today. I'm going to take a moment and say hi to everyone who's been jumping on and saying hello. Welcome, welcome. We got Susie, Lynette, Ellie, Christy. Good morning. Oh, from Florida, first time. Thank you so much for letting me know. And we are so glad that you're here. Christine, it's good to see you. I've seen you on the Facebook group jumping in and everything. So if you don't know, we have a closed Facebook group. It's called Good Knit Kisses Loom Knit and Craft Club. I actually would love if you guys would post photos that you make with my patterns or not. It doesn't matter. Just something that you're super proud of. If you would post them to the Good Knit Kisses page that you're on right now. And then I can actually share it with other people and be like, look what they did. Like some people get to enter their stuff into fairs and, like their local fair or state county fair or whatever, and let me know like how you did, post your winnings or post what you showed off. It would be great to share that joy with you. Sometimes doing this, it's very, we live in our own world and our family around us doesn't appreciate it as much as other crafters do. So it would be great if you shared that with us, and then we'll pass it along. So anyway, welcome. If you are seeing these little foxes behind me, I've got 2 songs coming out. They're waiting on them coming on iTunes. But we have a song called, and it's actually out. You can get it on CD, baby, and I'll have to get you the link for it. But it's called "What Does the Fox Say?" No, it's not. It's "What Does the Yarn Say?" So if you know that song, then it's "What Does the Yarn Say?" And then the other one is called "Ball of Yarn." Can you guess what that's from? If you didn't see my broadcast the other day, it's Miley Cyrus Wrecking Ball. So anyway, I can't wait for you guys to hear it. I have the licensing to distribute it, on those other, like Google Play, and I'm getting the Spotify and all that other kind of stuff, and on iTunes, but I've got to work on the video synchronization. So I cannot, it's a special license, believe it or not. I have to have a license to play my own song, but I can't broadcast it on YouTube just yet in a video or even on Facebook here. So I can sing it. Anyway, so that's what's up. We're going to make some t-shirt yarn. Anybody ready to see some t-shirt yarn? Yeah? Let me show you a project with some t-shirt yarn. This project right here is a pot holder that was used with t-shirt yarn. Do you see that? And this is actually using the yarn that I was showing yesterday. So if you missed it, you can see that in the zippy. And so you can get something that's really colorful. It doesn't have to just be solid. You can change colors just like you would. I mean, whether you're doing it on, needles or loom or crochet, you can use them. It's gonna, now remember, however wide you make it, that's gonna change your gauge. Okay, so you don't have to follow just what I'm doing here. You can make it less wide. You can make it more narrow or wider or whatever. So depending on what you want you to do, you can do that. If you're looking for like a super fat yarn and you found that it's like super expensive, like you're trying to make some of those big blankets to go on someone's bed or a rug, I would encourage you to make some really wide stuff of t-shirt yarn. If you can get a bunch of shirts, then go for it. I'm going to work on my, thanks. Ellie says it was fun. I was a female Weird Al. Yeah. Yeah, like beat it is eat it. Just eat it. Just eat it. Oh. Oh, she's got the ball of yarn. Oh, you found it. Carol's got the link to Ball of Yarn on CD, baby. Ooh, 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 ooh. Y'all have to tell me if you like it. You can hear a little preview. You can buy the song or you can listen to the preview. It gets better, I tell you. All right, cool. Thanks, Carol, for that. Hey, good morning, Ann. Okay, so we're going to get started here. So what you're going to need is you'll need a t-shirt or more. And you can also, hey, good morning, Patricia. Patricia, we have a Patricia, and now here's Patricia. Patricia, we are making t-shirt yarn, and I'm about to show you. So you hopped on at the very good time. You're going to want to get you some scissors, whichever ones you prefer. These need to be sharpened, so I'm actually going to use my kitchen utility scissors. If you've never seen these before, these are from Cutco. You can like pull them apart and clean them really easily or get them sharpened. But anyway, I'm going to use these because they're kind of more heavy duty. And then you just need your shirt. So let's be real honest. This is one of my husband's cast-offs, and he gave me a bunch of them kind of a while back to do stuff with. And we're gonna oust Mr. John on a broadcast. Does your significant other's armpits look like that? Am I the only one? That's a nice one. That's a nice one. Look at the other side. Look at that. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, nice scissors. Yeah, those Cutco ones are really nice. These are my grandmother's scissors. We call her Mama, and she has passed from us. Did not get to meet my second two kids. I was pregnant with my second when she passed. These are from Farr, F-A-R-R, and these stay in this little China painted rack, and it says, these are my scissors in this rack. If you move them, please put them back. So, or if you borrow them, please put them back. I love them. It's like hanging in my kitchen in this little holder. So anyway, yeah, you wanted to do that. Okay, get ready, get ready. So get your scissors, get your t-shirt. You're going to lay it out on a flat surface. I'm going to lay it out here, and then I'm going to flip the camera. Okay. All right. I'm going to show you kind of half of it here. All right, let's flip. Okay. All right. So this is going to be a little harder to show from here above. So I'm going to kind of do the halfway because I don't have it set up like I would like really far away. So we're going to do it close up for a second. So you've got your t-shirt, you've got your neck of your shirt. You want to get it all lined up. Okay. Nice and flat. Okay. And then you've got the arms sticking out. What we're going to do is you're going to start at the armpit here, and you're going to cut it off. Okay. You can, depending upon your shirt, I mean, you could cut off, these arms here and then cut this, and you can actually cut these by hand later and tie them on. But because it's what you want to do is you want the tube. So that's why you're cutting it here and going over to the other side to here. And because he's got this nice little armpit thing, I'm going to actually cut it off here. It's a big shirt. This is like, oops, sorry, I hit the camera. This is a really big shirt. I don't know. Oh, it's a, ooh. Oh, I remember why he got this, but this is a 4X. So I'm going to get a lot out of this. Okay, so I'm going to turn it to the side so I can cut it easily. And you could even flip it in half. So if it's just too big to manage, we're going to flip it in half just while you're cutting that, and make sure it's spread out nice. Okay. And then we're going to cut this. I don't have to be perfect here, girl. Okay. Oops. All right. So we are cutting that off, and then you can choose to cut this part off, or you can use it. I'm going to cut it off just to make it more consistent, and I'm going to make sure that I don't cut too far. So we're just going to see if I can use my Mamo scissors. No, I'm going to use the Cutco. Those need to be sharpened. Okay, so I'm getting that out of there. Now, like I said, you could put that on there. You could even use this for something else, like maybe you want to make a strap and save these like really, really rugged ones for straps. So I wouldn't actually throw it away. I would just put it with your other scraps here that you're going to use at another time, and keep that, because that could be handy for you. You could make a project out of the sleeves or whatever. So because I have this tear here, I'm going to use that kind of as a guideline. So I'm going to use my nice folded edge here. Okay. So this is going to be my point that I don't cut. All right. So I'm going to scooch this down here. Yeah, scooch. That's a technical word, Ellie. That's a Kristenism, Ellie. She likes to point out I got good Kristenisms here. Well, I don't know that they're good, but they're mine. Okay. And then we're going to cut. We're going to roll this up, okay? I'm just going to roll it up like this. And I have like a cut in here, so I know I'm going to like cut along right here because there was like a rip. So I'm just going to roll it up. And another reason why I have the big chunky scissors is it will work like this. Now, if it doesn't work for you like that, then what you can do is you can do like longer sections at a time. So if that's too big, you can do this. I'm going to unroll it and show you because mine's really thick. So let's just show you especially if you're working with fabric that's from the store. And what you do is you're going to want to you're going to want to make a tube and sew up, or at least sew up the two ends, and then turn it inside out, and then do this. Okay, so that's how you would do it if you're working with a big bolt of fabric. So let me do big long folds here. 1, 2, this is about the size of my hand. Okay, 3. Okay, that's much easier to cut through, right? Okay, then what we're going to do is work our way down, and we're going to cut this yarn. Okay, so where's that fold here? Trying to find that break. Yeah, that's where it is. So I'm going to work from this side. Doesn't really matter, but I'm going to kind of see how much I need. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do some real wide, so I'm just going to cut these right here. Okay, so I'm going to make this real wide. So what you do is you flip it and you cut it past this last fold, okay? Just past just a little bit, and then you leave, kind of about an inch or so up at the top. See how I'm not going all the way through? Okay. So I'm trying to find where that fold was. There it is. Okay. It's right there. I'm marking where that was. I have kind of a unique situation this morning, so. And you can be like technical with it. You can measure it out and be very, very OCD. If you are OCD, not a problem. Do whatever you need to get what you want for this project. I'm putting some muscle behind this, I'm not gonna lie. But these are some good scissors. They actually cut pretty good. Okay. And then there is my break. So I'm doing some pretty wide. These are nearly 2 inches. Would be, what is that, 5 centimeters? I'm just eyeballing it. I'm not gonna stress. Also, will add to the texture. You could intentionally make it thick and thin if you wanted to. That would actually be the way that you could do it. You would vary your widths and imitate yarn that had that look to it. That would make a really cool cowl. Cowl. All right, that's pretty wide. I'm gonna do 2 a little less wide. One more. One más. Oh my gosh. That's really tight. That's really thick right there. All right. I'm like grunting and groaning over here. Oh my gosh, my hand hurts. Okay, so this particular one, so what we want to do is we are going to cut. Okay, we're going to cut this part. Now you can unfold it, okay? Or you can take your arm. I like to you can unfold it and you can lay it flat and cut this, okay? Or you can take your arm and do it. So you would go along your arm like this and cut it. But just so that you guys can see it, because I would normally do my arm like that, but I want you to see what this looks like, okay? So when I pull it out, it looks like that, right? Okay, so you see these lines here? You see these lines? This is good. This is good for visual, so you know what you're doing. Because if I show it on my arm, you're not going to really see how I do it. And I've got a video on how to do this, like with a bag, like a plastic bag. So you could do it either way, but I show it with my arm that way. So I'm going to show it different right here. So I'm going to go from this bottom right one. Well, yeah, it's bottom right. It's not flipped on your camera. So I'm going to start it by going from here to here. Okay, can everybody see that? Just do a diagonal cut. Okay, so this will be, this one will be my beginning strand. Okay, and then I'm going to continue cutting diagonal. So when I cut, then I cut all the way over here, because see, it's already diagonal. So it looks like I'm making these straight cuts, but in fact, it's joining it. Okay. Oops. So this will be all one ball here in a minute. And then I'm going to show you a way that you can wind it up. You can put it on a winder, or you can start your ball the way I'm going to start winding this one up. Okay, so this is my last one, all right? And then I have this Y here. What we want to do is go all the way over like it was attached to something else, okay? So just do the angle, and then this is going to end this way. So this is either the ending or the beginning. What would be really cool is if you got really ambitious and made, took some white t-shirts and dyed them. So did like a tie-dye or something, and then, and did them very strategic like a yarn would be, and you could make your own color palette. Wouldn't that be exciting? So, so this is how this yarn is. So I've already got my yarn, and I'm going to go ahead and, I'm I'm going to wind it up. This is how I do it. I'm going to put it through. Oh, how would it be joined? Christine wants to know how it would be joined. You could tie it in a knot, but honestly, I wouldn't tie it in a knot. And if you have, like if you're finishing a chain in crochet, then the very last loop that you pull through needs to be the new the new loop. And then and you're gonna have the tails where you can work them in as you go, or work them in later. If you're knitting, you're just gonna match the tail that's left, and then pull through when you start your new row or wherever it is, pull through that first loop and let it hang, and then you can kind of do like that with your 2 yarns and kind of hold them until it gets tight and then weave them in later. The same thing with loom knitting. I wouldn't even bother with a slip knot because this bulks up so fast. Like if you tie a slip knot in here, that hard knot is going to get trapped in your work and you're going to feel it, especially if you're stepping on it as a rug. So I would do that. So maybe we do tie-dyeing as one project. I haven't done tie-dyeing in years, but I just was thinking it would be a good idea. So let's wind this up. I'm going to put it under my thumb like this, and then I'm going to go around my between my ring finger and my pinky, and then so it goes all the way around, and then around my thumb again, and around my pinky. And you can help it by moving your hand, or you can just move your right hand, okay? Or you could use something else. I like to use my fingers because they're long and I have big hands. But once you get to the point where you can't do much anymore, then what I suggest is you just pinch it. And this is, by the way, this is great for extra ribbon. You can pinch it and even use like a masking tape or rubber band to go around it and then label what it is. But that's what I actually do. I used to work at MJ Designs when Michael's used to be Michael's MJ Designs, and then they split, and I worked at MJ Designs and did bows. That's actually what I did in college. So anyway, I take this and then I flip it in half, and then I start winding my ball. So this is kind of a 2-for-1. This is how you can make balls real easy. Now with delicate yarn, I wouldn't ever do that, but with a t-shirt yarn, it's totally perfect. So I'm gonna let this fall in my lap. Hold on while I'm knocking the camera around. Okay, so let's just see how big this ball is. I haven't measured how much yardage I get, but anyway, so what I'm doing is I'm just turning it as I go. And when I get a lot going on that way, sometimes then I kind of start rotating it, and then I'll go the other direction. Yeah, hold on, get some more yarn in the way here. Getting caught in my lap here. Okay, so I've got enough on there, and then I'm gonna kind of turn it, go in the other direction. Carol says cool. I'm glad you like it, Carol. All right, and so now I've got to the end, and I want to have enough to tuck in my tail here. And there we go. So you could wrap a little rubber band around that or whatever. This would be fun for a cat. So anyway, this is my t-shirt yarn. I can start working with this right now. And so you just work with it like any other yarn. You can start, let me get my, excuse me. Let me get some needles out here. Whoops. Let's start using it. So we can start with our slip knot, or how about we do the thumb cast on I was showing y'all with, and let's not even do a slip knot, right? So you want to do the slip knot and you're on needles, then you're going to lay it with your thumb here. Okay, so I'm just trapping it. I'm going to put my thumb in here and wind around. So put my thumb down, wrap around, slip it through, pull it off. Down, around, slip it through, pull it off. So I just keep that up and pull it off. And then this part that you trapped on here is now off. So I've got 4 loops on here. Okay. I could make a 4-loop strap really easy, or even like an I-cord, you know, a real sweet looking I-cord here, and just keep and knit. Okay. So like, let's see, we're going to do, we can turn around. Okay. So we're going to knit. This. I'll show you what this one looks like. So what I have to do is when I don't do that, I got to make sure I hold on to this this strap. So when I don't have that slip knot, I got to make sure this one's nice and pulled through. And then we can just turn it around and then work our way. Make sure and don't do it too tight because this can get super kind of hard on you. Well, this isn't the regular I-cord way, but I'm just doing 3 stitches to show you how wide this thing gets. It's pretty bulky. So if you need some number 6 or 7 jumbo yarn, then you're going to want to get, you can do t-shirt yarn to substitute. So especially if you're living in another country where you can't get that big, super bulky and jumbo yarn, then I would check out doing this. I mean, seriously, especially if you like the tie-dye option. Ooh, that would be really cool. So like, let's imagine you take, whether you're hand sewing or you're using a machine, take if you can get t-shirt yarn in the store. I have no idea if you can overseas, but if you can get t-shirt yarn in a bolt, you know, say it's like 45 inches wide or whatever that is in meters, or 54, and then you're just gonna cut a tube or make a tube by sewing the end of it, and then you know, of course, turn it inside out or whatever, and then dye it how you would like the yarn to be. And you can dye it in like an ombre effect or whatever, and then cut it up. So I'm not looking at my my comments just yet. Hold on. I wanted y'all to see how thick this is. Look at that. So, oh, Patricia, and Patricia is in, I think she's Australia. Is that right? She'd be able to tell us if her, I just saw her join because she's one of my friends on here, but like Facebook friends, so she hasn't said hi yet. So Patricia can tell us if she can buy t-shirt yarn in a fabric bolt overseas where she is. You love that thumb cast on, Ellie? Oh, glad. So glad. So, you guys, I'm to me. So I hope you like that. Let's see. Christine says, awesome. I was wondering how it'd be joined. Okay. Yeah. Tie-dye. Great idea. So yes, Australia did, Patricia, can you get t-shirt yarn, or can you buy t-shirt, whoops, I hit my camera, t-shirt fabric at a fabric store? I'm just curious. So anyway, I hope you guys like that. I hope you can make you some t-shirt yarn this week. It's kind of fun. It's so sturdy. I mean, I can't even tell you. It's so sturdy. And use like the giant needles, like the big giant ones. And then you can even make like something like a mesh and make a market bag or something. So if you found that you like make market bags, but you don't like how sturdy it is, just try some t-shirt yarn. So, yeah, you don't have to stretch it first. Patricia, you could stretch it first. I mean, I could have sat and stretched the yarn. Like, I didn't do that, but I mean, I could pull it tight and then make it like the real thin like that, but I didn't, you know. You can, or you don't have to. So she hasn't seen it before, but Patricia, before you came on, I was suggesting like you could even tie dye shirts to get them the color that you want. I was just using my husband's shirt today. So yeah, you could make a scarf. You could make a scarf for this. Yeah, it would be bulky, but like I was saying earlier, I mean, this is probably a good 2 inches or 5 centimeters wide. I mean, this is pretty wide. Like, see how wide this is? Well, it's curling on me now, but it's pretty big. So I'd have to measure it. I mean, maybe it's 1 3/4 inches. I don't know. I'm eyeballing here. But anyway, yeah, tie-dye kit at Walmart, Ellie. I would cut this. I mean, because it's t-shirt yarn, as long as you're being careful about when you're cutting it and if you have the room for it. Like, let's say you have a cutting, like one of those big cutting, rotary cutting knives and a cutting pad and stuff, and you've got like one of those guides, you could zip along and cut them, you could cut it as thin as you can get it. And then, you could really make anything. So, anyway, but that's it for that. But I'll do personal stuff now because I'm getting questions about my daughter. I'm so glad you asked. Thank you, Donna. She is better today. She stayed home. If y'all missed it yesterday, right in the middle of me doing a live broadcast, my daughter was like making noises in the kitchen. Like I knew she had gotten up. I knew she was going to get breakfast. I mean, she's 10, so she can get her own breakfast. And she got an apple and she stayed home because her tummy wasn't really hurting. So, I mean, I really thought she was just getting something to drink and, maybe a banana or something. But she had, she was choking on an apple. Like it went down the wrong way. Like she wasn't blocked from breathing, but it went down the wrong way and it was really hurting her neck. And my husband was home because he works like real odd hours. And so he was actually home for longer this morning. And then we have someone else here and both of them had like run to rush to help her. And I mean, of course I was helpless. I was with the live thing, but because we had 2 adults with her, I didn't feel the need to go do it right then because they assured me, off the side that she was okay, but they were helping her. And then she was in the background and I could hear her. I don't know if you could hear her. I didn't go watch the broadcast again, but I could hear she was hurting. So she had solved it, but she was still hurting. So anyway, we did not have to go to the doctor. She was fine. It like dissolved and everything, but it was awful. And I gave her like big hugs and cuddles and stuff after. And so, but she's off to school today. She feels much better today. So, whatever was keeping her home yesterday, she goes, I should have just gone to school. So, I mean, I know she sounded bad about it. She was laughing. She's like, well, I would have been better off if I just bared it and went to school. So anyway, enough about that. I'm going to read these comments here. Let's see. Great. Okay. Linda says, great. Not only does this help for knitting, but we got a 100-year-old knitting loom, a big one. And we're just learning on, and we had some material already completed for us, but haven't made any of your own yet. Okay, that's awesome, Linda. It's a giant knitting loom. It's not a weaving loom. Oh man, I want to see pictures of that sucker. Yeah, Ellie. It was scary. I'm glad she's okay. I mean, it was bigger than what I realized, but they did assure me that she was okay. So, and then. Anyway, of course I felt terrible, but at the same time, I mean, like, what could I have done? Her dad was, on it. And, I mean, like, I have to be confident that my husband can help her. Right. So anyway, yeah. Thanks, Donna. Yeah. Weaving loom. Oh, okay. Okay, Linda, but still, hey, that would be cool. We share it to the page and we'll share it with everybody. I would love to see you try and do some t-shirt stuff. My stepmother-in-law, sounds funny. My stepmother-in-law, she's no longer with us. But she used to have a floor loom, the big weaving loom, and she made us several rugs, like little mats for the house. And she had tons of scrap. She had a basement and had tons of scrap fabric. I'm not sure she used t-shirts at all, but I do know she used scrap fabric and stuff. And so they all, like, she would theme them different colors, but yeah, she would make like lots of rugs and stuff for us. So yeah, it sounds cool. I've had the opportunity a few times actually to have a floor loom, but man, they take up a lot of space. You have to have the space and be willing to work with it. And I don't really have the space. I mean, I may look like I have the space, but I don't. So it would be really cool to have one day. One day, maybe I'll have a refurbished barn that's all my studio, and then I'll be like, looms everywhere, needles and crochet hooks. It'd be like walking into like someone who's a puppet maker, and then they have like them hanging everywhere. It'd be like I've got some hanging here, but I'd like have them everywhere. Wouldn't that be funny? Be careful if you're a piece of wood. Anyway. Oh my gosh, it just tickles me. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so tickled by this silly thing. Okay. Why is it so funny? It's just funny. Okay. Stop. Y'all are encouraging me. All your little laughs. I will find the humor in things. You have to. I'm like picturing myself like at a dinner party. You'd be like, "Have you seen my barn? Come to my wood shop. I've got something to show you." And then they open up the door, and it looks like, it's like things everywhere. Like, say you're dyeing like yarn, and it's red, and it's dripping, and like, I have a very active imagination, so I'm letting you peek into what I was thinking when I was laughing. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm crying too. Like, seriously. Woo! Sorry, was it loud? I like blow out the speaker. Oh my gosh, y'all. Okay. I have Donna says I have 10-foot ceiling, so that's where I hang my looms above the living space. Oh my gosh, so Donna kind of has that. Oh, you gotta send me a picture now, girl. Texas Crochet Massacre. Oh, Debbie. The knitting you did, is that better for beginners? Yeah, you could totally do that. I mean, it's going to be tight. I mean, I don't want you cursing at me. I mean, it'll be tight, but you can make a quick pot holder on here. Man, you can make a good trivet. You can cast on probably 15 stitches, maybe 10 stitches, and have a nice one. Oh, did you see how talking about the knitting actually calmed me down? Talking about the tools excited me. Talking about the knitting calmed me down. Carol says she does this to me on FaceTime as well. Yeah, I'm a little crazy on FaceTime with her. Anyway, okay. You've been a lovely audience. Go and check out Bowl of Yarn. And what does the fox say? What does the yarn say? You remember the foxes in the back? So if you join me later, we've got 2 songs out. And Carol put the stuff in there. So if you enjoy laughing with me, you can laugh along with my crazy lyrics on the song. And when I get the video synchronization license, that's what it's called. When I get that license to be able to do it, then I'll be all about putting it on YouTube so y'all can like hear it and see the video. I mean, like see the words come across the screen, do the lyrics, or just a silly video. I might do both because it would be fun to see all the words, right? But anyway, so yeah, get the song if you're interested. Anyway, much love to you guys. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. I am headed out of here to something else. But good knit kisses to you all. Tomorrow is crochet day, and maybe we could crochet up a little bit with some t-shirt yarn. So anyway, we'll see ya. Have a great day. Keep laughing. Bye.